I'm heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asks me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. First down, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
319.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
319. 319. 319.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top. It got his man complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. A first down throw for Cousins. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 13 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
319! Get 300! Get 300!
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Strong right! 319! Box it!
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And the play to the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Black.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Play action now. Cousins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Going. Lucky 50. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Caught out left side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
Wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
And he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Listen to me.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll go back backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it this time. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to rifle one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Cousins on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Zebra. Rhino. Move.
First down. Here's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Rhino. Go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Cousins from the gun on third. And Diggs has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go. Black. Move.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
319.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Right now, you got 58. We are going. Let's go, let's go, come on.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Jumbo! Hey, 88.
Rodgers now on first down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw once more. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit them with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. We're going. Let's go.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 75 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So it's first and goal. Need to be a little wary of leaving Aaron Rodgers too much time, but you got to score here first. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
$319.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Throwing here, Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. A road win in the National National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin.